vlog of talk wrestling and wrestlers. This is going to be an awesome vlog tonight. I'm giving you the best I can give you. The information about wrestlers and not only wrestlers, but as well as the entertainment part of wrestling. Like I said in the other vlog, it's going to be about Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be all about Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. So get ready for this wonderful ride we're going to have. I hope you guys can join me and talk and leave comments down below about your opinion about this wrestler or about Monday Night Raw or about SmackDown or whatever I'm talking about. Please leave your comments down below. Hit those thumbs up and subscribe because it's going to bring everybody else to me to realize that this is information that some people don't know. A lot of people doesn't know the information and the history about these wrestlers, what they've been through, what they have done, how they become a WWE superstar. Every little boy and little girl, as they grow up and see wrestling, they see wrestling and they're like, wow, I'd like to be like that. How do I get there? How do I become a professional wrestler? Well, this information I give you today and give you throughout the whole week and every day that I sit here and do these vlogs with you guys, it's gonna tell you guys how to become a wrestler and how to take steps in becoming a wrestler. All these wrestlers come in different shapes and forms and different walks of life. A lot of them lives in their cars. A lot of them has to do things to actually take shortcuts. Let me give you some examples. John Cena. Here we go. John Cena actually lived out of a car. He actually lived out of a car. He worked at a gym. So right there on Mac is an example of a shortcut people have to take in their lives to become a WWE superstar. Stone Cold Steve Austin lived off of pasta and tuna fish. So right there, there's two examples right there, right now, that I'm giving you all as far as how this incredible adventures they take in their lives to become what they are. So tonight, we're going to talk about somebody that is one of the top 10, if not the top 5 greatest superstars in WWE. He came from WCW. He worked there. He worked in New Japan Wrestling. He worked in ECW. This guy is a wonderful guy. He worked with Batista towards the end of his career of WWE. So let me just tell you who he is. His name is Christopher Michael Benoit. Okay, a wonderful wrestler, hard worker. He's a very hard worker. If you don't know the guy, here's this DVD called Hard Knocks. Okay, I'm sure you got on eBay, Amazon, and so on and so forth, and be able to know exactly how to get his DVD. So and actually watch it and understand who he is. He was 5'11". He was not a big guy. I mean, I'm not very much. Oh my gosh, my brain just had a fart. Sorry, brain fart. So anyway, the thing is that I'm almost 5'11" myself. I'm like 5'9". I'm 2 inches shorter than he is. This dude was awesome. If you ever watched Chris Benoit inside the wrestling ring, he really had his technique. He knew exactly how to wrestle. Okay, he gets in that ring. He does what he needs to do, and the flying headbutt, that was awesome. The only guy I know that did a flying headbutt, I mean, not the only guy, but the guy that did it well was Chris Benoit. Okay? The thing is, Chris Benoit grew up in Canada. The trainer that trained him was Bruce Hart. Okay, Bruce Hart. Now, if you guys don't know nothing about Bruce Hart is actually, it's Bret Hart's father. Okay, if you know about Bret Hart in the Hart Foundation, then you know about Bruce Hart. We're gonna have Bruce Hart later, but right tonight we're gonna talk about Chris Benoit and his wonderful walk in wrestling, how he became the wonderful wrestler he was. I mean, he he worked in different promotions: WWE, New Japan Wrestling, ECW, WCW. In WWE, well, WWF too as well. Before they turned over to WWE, so Chris Benoit was an awesome wrestler. He was out there. He was putting his name out there every single day. This man was he was born in Montreal, Quebec. That's supposed to be where the hospital is, and he grew up in Edmonton, Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta. So it's in Canada. My English is kind of horrible. I apologize. And he did have a sister that didn't live too far away from him. I guess he had an older sister, and we all have dreams, and Chris Benoit had that. He had a dream. He wanted to do something with his life, and knowing the fact when you grow up in a house setting of a family that wants to, not wants to, erase that, apologize, but a person that grew up watching wrestling. We all, at some point, watched wrestling back in the time we were kids, with our mothers and fathers, our brothers and sisters, our grandparents, uncles, aunts. It's just one of those things that we all somehow, some way, or shape or form, that we saw wrestling. Maybe we didn't like it, maybe we care for it, but it's one of those things that as a child, you get in your mind what you want to do. And Chris Benoit, excuse me, I stutter, I know I do. Chris Benoit had a dream. Chris Benoit wanted to do something that he saw, he looked up to. Okay? I'm pretty sure that he looked up to Bruce Hart. Bruce Hart owned a promotion in Canada. Bruce Hart trained his kids. He trained, some other ones as well. I can't give you everybody's names, but I can give you at least his kids. Chris Benoit. The man that had a dream, just like we all do. We want to become doctors, lawyers, different things in life that you want to become. So, and you have to work hard and become what you want to become in life. Like I said, Chris Benoit was the top 10, if not the top 5 greatest wrestlers in wrestling. And I believe that. Can we all now say that he was the top 5? Maybe not. The disappointing thing is that Chris Benoit, if you know his history, when I say this, then you know exactly the reason why I'm saying this. I feel bad for that WWE doesn't bring his name up. I'll get to that whole segment later on down the road in this vlog. He built up from Atlanta, Georgia, as well as, he went to Atlanta, Georgia with WCW. He was there for a while. I'm not going to give his whole life history, but I'm going to give you my thoughts as well as what I've read and what I've known, what I've read about, and what the kind of information I've gotten from, the internet, from watching the DVD. He has some good matches. His last match, he was working with Batista, worked well together with Batista. It was an awesome match he had with him. I can remember him coming to WWE for the first time. They had this, how ECW and WCW was together, and then it was WWE. They clashed and so on and so forth. Can I give you exactly what? Give you the name of wrestlers he went against? No, I cannot. Okay. I just want to give you the information about him. Chris Benoit was 5'11", 220 pounds. His wife was Nancy, and his son was Martin. Okay. One of a family. I'm pretty sure his his wife, not pretty sure, I know that his wife loved him. And Chris Benoit, I don't know what to say about this dude, but this dude held 22 championships. He was just amazing. Not only he worked with Bruce Hart, but just remember, also get in there that Frank Cullen, okay, he worked with him in New Japan Wrestling, Pro Wrestling, okay. So Frank, he's one of those people that worked with somebody that had potential, and he saw that Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit had potential. He knew exactly where he wanted to go in his life. He was booked for a third championship in WWE. Okay, so WWE wasn't treating him any different than anybody else was. It was just his personal life, or whatever he was on, as far as the drugs, as far as the whole thing with the steroids, would get you mentally not stable. I just wish he got help when he could have gotten help. Okay? He waited too long. This man he was 12th guy in WWE for a Triple Crown. He held all the championships. Okay? The WWE one, the WCW one, and there was another one. The WWE, WCW, and ECW. He was the only. He's not the only one. He was the 12th one. Sorry, excuse me. He was the 12th one that had the Triple Crown. So that's an amazing accomplishment. Accomplishment. So accomplishing those things in your life is just awesome. Okay, holding 3 different titles, world titles, 3 different companies. Only one that has done it. Not the only one, but 12 wrestlers has done it. So, but it's just one of those things, when you work so hard and then you let things come into you, and this is where I'm going to get to the sad part of the whole situation. It was 2 days earlier than that, June 23rd, he killed his wife and his son. He died June 22nd, actually. It was actually June 22nd he killed them. Then June 24th, he committed suicide. He hung himself. It's an unfortunate thing. Fox 5 Atlanta report identified a number of wrestlers as patients of Dr. Austin, who served as the physician of the late Chris Benoit. Okay, they go on to say that that Buff Bagwell, like Sluger, Bobby Holly were apparently among the patients of Dr. Austin, so on and so forth. It was just a big federal investigation against WWE, which we all know back in the 80s. There was a big investigation of steroids between Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon. He didn't know he was going to actually hold on to his company with that whole situation. The investigators, of course, went on to say that during this whole thing with Benoit and what happened, and of course when you're a company as big as WWE, and you know you've grown your company, you have another company that's on your butt, stealing your ratings and so on and so forth, trying to get ratings and beat you, take you out of business and so forth, so on and so forth. Which that's normal. That is the United States. That's how the world works. Okay, the world works like that. Okay, so back onto what I'm talking about is that the investigation into Benoit's physician, Dr. Austin, says that records seized go back as far as 2002. 2002. This man has seizures. Includes an instance of Austin's prescribing 200 milligrams of I can't even pronounce the name. It's a medication they gave him in November of that year. So, of course, WWE had to, put that wellness plan in effect. Because if they didn't put the wellness plan in effect, then it would have been not a good thing. Not whatsoever. Okay? So, let me back up a little bit. I got a little ahead of myself. We talked about that he passed away. Well, the next week, Raw was dedicated in a loving memory of Chris Benoit and his family. He was found dead early Monday in the suburban Atlanta home. It's a sad thing. The man lived a life. We all thought he was happy. I mean, when you watch wrestling, you watch these wrestlers perform in front of you 300 days a year or 365 days a year. It doesn't matter how many times a year they wrestle. They perform for you guys. They perform. They give you entertainment in front of you. Okay? And that's a horrible thing about it. It's these guys. Not these guys. We don't know what's behind the whole camera, the whole away from job thing. Just like when you go to work, you don't know what's going on in other people's lives unless you get to know them, talk to them, become friends with them, and so on and so forth. These stars, doesn't matter if you're a football player, basketball player, hockey, soccer, either one of those sports, you don't know what their lives is like. All you see is a happy guy coming out and performing. Doesn't matter if they're catching a ball, football, or basketball, making baskets, or whatever they're doing. Performing for you, to entertain you. Chris Benoit did that. Chris Benoit did that every single night. Chris Benoit lived a life that only I can dream of. I had a dream of becoming a WWE wrestler. Did I make it? No. Because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'd be wrestling. Chris Benoit was a great man. He was just... He did a New Japan Clash with Justin Thunder Liger to his WWE debut on January 2000. He debuted in WWE in 2000. He was WrestleMania 20 to his final WWE match 1 week ago. It was his final match in WWE. It was at WrestleMania. I mean, do I think it was the right thing for what he did? I don't accept for what he did. I'll never accept anybody killing themselves or taking another person's life. Especially a child that was handicapped. That child didn't even live his life. He was still young. I'm going to say he was between 7 and 10 years old. The man did wrong. I think I have more respect for the man if he just killed himself. But taking someone else's life? Come on. Don't do that. If you're going to take someone's life, take your own life at least. But still, I mean, what do you get out of killing yourself? This man had everything. He had a great job. Who else can go and beat up the boss? I wish I can go to my job and beat up my boss sometimes. But seriously, it's one of those things when you know you had the fame, the money, and the glory. The spotlight is on you every single night. You're performing in that side of the ring. Before anybody to kill themselves or for anybody to kill anybody else. Excuse me. It's wrong. This man had everything going for him. He was going to be a third-time World Heavyweight Champion. He had friends. This man had friends. Yes, seriously, sincerely, he had friends. Believe it or not. The man had friends. Dean Malenko knows 101 moves. Holds. Moves. It's holds. Chavo Guerrero. If you know the Guerrero family, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Vicky Guerrero. You know her. Stone Cold Steve Austin. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's definitely in the top 5. CM Punk. John Cena. Once again, if you know these wrestlers and you watch them, I don't give a crap you're a kid or an adult. WWE advertises the wrestlers very well. Very well. We all know these wrestlers as a household name. He was just a guy, a superstar that had demons. He had demons. This man, in my opinion, was one of the top 5. This man knows how to wrestle. Without a doubt. This man had everything going for him. Everything going for him. And ruined it. Am I mad at him because he was a superstar? No. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for what he did. I can't be mad at him. I'm irritated. Frustrated. An opportunity to work your butt off through your childhood and up to the time that you're an adult to become this, and then ruin it. It's a horrible thing. He had a loving family. His job loved him. This man loved his performance and his work inside that ring. He had friends. Everybody respected him. This man today would have went into the Hall of Fame and went on to become a legend. A Hall of Famer. Not too many wrestlers. Yes, there's been a lot of wrestlers from Andre the Giant all the way down to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And probably there's more than that. Kurt Angle just was inducted to the Hall of Fame. These men, these wrestlers, has everything going for them, but when they do something this bad, how can you have respect for them? I have respect for Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit was a great wrestler. I'm sure he was a good man. Take away the pills. Take away everything that he had not going for him. The steroids. Everything. This man would be still around today. He'd be one of the Hall of Famers, the greatness of wrestlers. I'm not. See, when I talk about something, I talk about something to have passion for it. That's what we all should do. When you have a passion for something, you talk about it. I have passion for this stuff. Wrestling is my passion. This man had passion. There's nobody out there that takes on a life. You're born, you're raised by parents, and you make your own decisions to become what you want to become. He became that, and he ruined it. I can say this for you kids. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. Stay in school. Get an education. If you need help mentally, get help. Don't go off the cliff. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens. This is what happens when you do the things that you do. Yes, I know I got this information from me. It's on paper. I know I have on paper. But I'm giving the exact information. The exact stuff that you want to hear. I'm producing something that you all, if you're a wrestling fan and you enjoy wrestling, you don't mind sitting here and listening to me for 30 minutes. I'm giving you the information that's the truthfulness. At least I hope it is. I'm just going on what I have gotten. I know exactly as far as the information I got in front of me about, the remembrance of Chris Benoit. They did that. Almost every single wrestler on SmackDown had tears come out of their eyes. And Raw. I'm pretty sure every one of them did. Every one of them did. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did enjoy this vlog and you enjoy the content I give you, this is not a content that I'm going to give you that's going to be false information. I'm going to give you the realness of these professional wrestlers. I'm going to give you the realness of the entertainment of wrestling. I am DLB. This is another vlog. Another vlog of talk wrestling and wrestlers. So subscribe, turn on post notifications, and give me some likes. Come on. Give me 5 today. 5. Give me 5. And let me tell you, I will make sure I'll post a vlog about something that deals with wrestling. I have so much information about wrestling. And not only wrestling, but wrestlers. I'll give you every single night. Can I actually carry out every single night? Depending how much investigation, how much I look up the information and so on and so forth, I'll make sure, I'll try to make sure I have information about wrestlers every single night for you, at least for half an hour. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope I see you next time.